Hey guys, today's video is a haul, and I have to say this is probably my favorite haul that I've done all year. These products are just so much fun. I should honestly just title this video me getting excited about new makeup because it seemed like every single thing I opened I was just wowed by, I was so excited about. So I can't wait to share these with you. And if you're new to my channel or if this is the first time you're seeing one of my haul videos, they're not your typical haul. I'm not going to just hold products up and show you what I got. I actually turn the camera around and really focus on the products themselves, show you guys close-ups and swatches of everything. And then at the end of the video, I'll talk a little bit about some of the products that I tried out throughout the week and just my thoughts on how they wear and apply and all of that. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. And if you do, I hope you'll consider sticking around and subscribing. So let's go ahead back in time to last Monday and I'll show you everything I got. And then I'll meet you back here at the end with my final thoughts. Hey guys, it's Monday afternoon. I just got my Colourpop order in the mail. I had ordered some things that I really wanted to try, a couple of palettes that I didn't get for PR, and also some older products that I'm either replacing or that I've always wanted to try. So I figured we could take this upstairs. We'll look at it under my ring light and see everything close up, do some swatches. So let's go ahead and check it out. All right, guys, so before we start, I just want to quickly show you what nail polish I'm wearing because I usually get questions on that. So I layered the What's Up Beauty in Earth-like underneath ILNP's Downtown. So it's just these two colors together. I did that because the ILNP one is a little bit more sheer, so I wanted to put it on top of something. And I think it came out kind of cool. It's like a neat effect. So anyway, just in case you were curious about that. So let's go ahead and open everything up. I got some eyeshadow singles, which I haven't gotten any at Colourpop singles in a while, but I do have quite a few. And they have some new colors on there that looked really pretty, so I grabbed those. I also got some of their heart-shaped blushes, which I've been meaning to try for so long, but just haven't gotten around to it. I got two new Super Shock blush colors that I've never tried before, as well as the Flexitarian highlighter, which I had, but mine is dried out and it's really old. These three things were actually free gifts with purchase that they let me pick with my order. So one is a 4-pan eyeshadow palette, and then these are, I think, 5 pans. So that was kind of cool. I also got one of the Cheek Dew blushes in a purple shade called Natural World, which looked really kind of fun and interesting. And the Enchanted Palette, which is a purple palette that looks so beautiful. And also the Troublemaker, which has all those gorgeous cool tones and some duochromes as well. So let's go ahead and open everything up. Maybe we could start with just my eyeshadow singles really quickly. So this is the first shade I got. It's a matte lavender and it's called Friendly. So I figured I would just swatch these all for you guys really quick. So here's what this one looks like. That is beautiful. It's such a soft, pretty color. The next shade I got is called Wishful Winking. So this is kind of like a deep teal. This is so pretty. The next color is Come and Get It. And this looks kind of like a duochrome peachy to gold shift. All right, so here's that one. Ooh, look how pretty this one is. That is so stunning. I could easily see that being like the perfect one and done shadow for like really easy makeup days, but it's interesting at the same time because it has that gold shift. So love that. And then the last shade I got is called Team Captain. This one is like a deep army green matte. So here's a look at this one. That's really beautiful as well. If you haven't tried Colourpop single shadows, it's just really fun. You can pick out just a couple of colors, or like I said, you can build their own palette. Next, let's check out the blushes. I'm so excited for these. These are their pressed powder blush. They didn't used to come in this type of packaging. They used to just come as single pans, and then you could buy like a white compact to put them in, but these are so cute. So I got the shade Flirt Alert, which is just like a really pretty dusty pink. I love this color. I actually think it's going to go really well with the shades in the Troublemaker palette for sure. That is like the softest, prettiest pink. Look at that. I feel like that looks so complimentary on my skin tone. Wow, that is beautiful. And then the other one I got is called Kiss and Tell. So this one actually comes in white packaging or kind of cream colored. And this one was a little bit more of a peachy shade. And both of these are a matte finish, by the way. All right, so there's that one, and I love that color too. And I have to give props to Colourpop for this packaging. Remember when Too Faced had the heart-shaped blushes? These feel so much more high-end than the Too Faced ones. They're a little thicker and like just very heavy, and they have that rubberized soft touch finish on the outside, kind of like NARS packaging. That's what it reminds me of. And I remember the Too Faced ones were just kind of like plasticky, so these are really nice. Let's check out the Super Shock blushes that I got too. I thought these would be really pretty fall colors. So we have, let's see, Brute Flute, which is kind of like a maroon color in the pan, but I'm guessing it's not going to be quite that dark on the skin because these are usually a little bit more sheer. But all the Super Shock blushes that I have are really light colors. So I thought it'd be fun to try something a little bit deeper. And this also has a sheen to it as well. It's very, very slight, but you can kind of notice it. I don't hear anybody talking about these either, and they are such good cream blushes. Oh my gosh, that color, look at that. Look at how beautiful that is. Like, I would not have thought that this would be as pretty as it actually is swatched out. Look at how stunning that is. And I'm sure you could layer it up and probably get to this color if you wanted to, but you could also just put one layer down and leave it more sheer. So that's really gorgeous. And then the other one I got is also the pearlized finish. This is called Chiffon, and it's such a unique color as well. It almost seems like a duochrome. Ooh, this one's almost like, it's a little more, not glittery, but like more pearlized than this one. It's almost like a blush highlighter in one. That is so stunning. This is why I love Colourpop. They're so affordable and their products are just so fun. So here's Flexitarian. This is the Super Shock highlighter, and this is one of the best highlighters. In my opinion, it is so flattering on the skin, and because it's a cream, it just looks really good on my dry skin. It doesn't look powdery, it doesn't look like overly glittery. It just gives the most beautiful kind of pearlized sheen. Let me just put it up here and I'll show you guys the swatch. Like, how beautiful is this? I've missed it. Like I said, my old one kind of dried out over time, but isn't that stunning? Especially like for lighter skin tones like mine. It's just honestly so perfect. I also can't wait to see what this Cheek Dew looks like. It looked like such a beautiful purple shade, and it's part of this new collection with the Enchanted palette, and they had another one that was more neutral. I didn't get that one because I just felt like I was getting so many things, and it looked like most of my other neutral palettes, so I skipped that one. But this looked so pretty. Let me just see. It's like kind of stuck in here somehow. That's really weird. There we go. Like, how pretty is this color? It's interesting. So I'm curious to see what it looks like blended out. All right, I'm just gonna put it down here. And these, from what I remember, go on pretty sheer. So it definitely starts out very purpley, but I think once you blend it into the skin, at least in my experience when I use purple blush, once it shears out and your skin color kind of peeks through, it looks more pink than anything, but I think the purple just helps it to look extra cool toned. Yeah, I think that's going to be beautiful. So that's just one little dot. You can obviously build this up too if you want to get a little bit more color out of it, but that's very pretty. All right, next let's check out Troublemaker. I could not wait to try this one because it looks so beautiful online. And yeah, I gotta say, guys, it looks even better in person. Look at how pretty this is. This shade is definitely calling my name. It's like a little bit of a duochrome. I just love these grungy, dusty cool tones. They're beautiful. Let me just see this shade really quick. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be stunning. Look at this one too. This one looks really pretty. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and swatch this all out and I'll be right back. All right, guys, so this swatched beautifully, and I have to say, when I first started swatching it, I started over here and I was like, oh, this is really deep and smoky, kind of like the new ABH Rose Metals palette, and I was kind of getting a little disappointed, but then this half of the palette is more light to mid-tone, so I feel like this is really nicely balanced. It's not overly smoky. I can very easily get some lighter looks just using this side of the palette. If I want to deepen things up, I can use these shades. So there's a lot of variety in here. I also just wanted to quickly mention this is a Super Shock shadow, this first one, but overall the formula feels great and I really love this color story. So pretty. Next up, let's check out Enchanted. I thought this palette looked so pretty because I love purples, and yes, this is like all purples actually. It's very monochromatic, but you know what? I'm okay with that. When I want a purple eye look, I know which palette to grab. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch this one as well and I'll be right back. Okay, so wow, I actually like this even more swatched out than I did looking at it in the pan. It doesn't look quite as purple when it's all swatched, and I think sometimes the palettes that have the metallic background make it a little bit harder to actually see the colors really well, but when you see them all swatched out, I mean, just beautiful. This shade right here called Magic Maker could be one of my favorite Colourpop shades of all time. Like, just look at how stunning that is. It shifts like from pink to gold, and it's not glittery. It's just so multidimensional though. It's gorgeous. This shade, Shapeshifter, was a little bit of an interesting texture. It was very hard to pick up in the pan. I can show you guys the pan really quick. Like, I had to really like dig like this just to get a little bit of color up. So it's more of a topper. And I don't really remember Colourpop doing toppers before, but I have to say it is really beautiful. It'll create a nice frosty look over any shadow that you put it on top of. And also this shade, Berry Pickin', was kind of the same way. It was a little more pigmented than this one, but it still had that kind of difficult to pick up texture. But the rest of the shimmer shades were really buttery, really creamy. The mattes were beautiful as well. So I'm definitely liking this palette even more now that I've seen it swatched, and I can't wait to play with it. And then for the heck of it, let's just check out some of these little palettes that they gave me for free. So I have Cashmere Forever, Statement Piece, and then this little one is, let's see, Get 'em Tiger. It's like a 2022, looks like a Zodiac collection. So this is Cashmere Forever. It's just like a purple 5-pan palette. And really, since I just got a purple palette, I think I'm just gonna put this in the giveaway pile. I'm not gonna swatch it, but I think it looks really beautiful. Next, let's take a look at Statement Piece. This one is kind of like, whoa, bright pops of peach and orange. So I'm also going to put this one in my giveaway pile too. I'm thinking of doing some more giveaways around the holidays. So trying to build up my giveaway stash again. And then we have 2022 Get 'em Tiger. Ooh, this one is so pretty too. It's just like a really easy neutral palette overall. You have the golds on the top and then the warmer browns on the bottom. So I'm also going to put this one in the giveaway pile as well. So anyway, guys, that's my Colourpop haul. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What are you guys liking from all of these products? The blushes, the palettes. I'm honestly super excited for all of it. I really cannot wait to play with it. So let me know your thoughts down below. Good morning, guys. It's Tuesday. My Sephora order just arrived. I got some things online because most of them are not available in my store yet. And I believe this brand, Simi Haze, is actually online only. So I got 3 products from them. I got the new Merit bronzer stick and the new Makeup by Mario palette. I wasn't going to get it because it's like $68, pretty expensive. But I've just been getting so many requests for a review and to swatch it and all that. So let's go ahead and open all of these up and do some swatches and take a closer look. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and check out the palette first. I'm actually really excited for this because his previous palettes were either all matte shades or all shimmer. This one has a combination, which is definitely my preference. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty in person. Definitely nicer than it looked on the website. These matte shades just look so soft. The colors, the undertones are beautiful. You also have 4 shimmer shades. These look definitely a little bit more on the glittery side. This one looks more like a satiny shimmer, but I'm so curious to see what the formula is like because I haven't tried his eyeshadows yet. So let's see. Ooh, that's kind of a little bit like a topper, but it looks like it gives a wet look. That one too. So let's just live swatch a couple here and we'll see what they look like. Yeah, so they're kind of like glittery toppers. But they do give that really kind of wet metallic look. Let me just live swatch a couple of mattes. These just feel so soft and velvety. Wow. Really pigmented. Oh my gosh. There's a little bit of fallout because they're so soft, but overall, at least in a swatch, the formula feels amazing. Now, I did see some comments on Trend Moods page from people saying that this looks exactly like the Tartelette in Bloom. I think that's the one they were saying. So I'm gonna grab that and we'll do a quick comparison. Okay, yeah, so it kind of does, but I can tell you right off the bat, even if the matte shades are similar, the shimmer shades are not going to be the same at all because the ones in the Tarte palette are more of a satin finish. They're really not that glowy. They don't have any glitter and they're full pigment shimmer shades. So they're not just like a wash of pigment like those toppers. Like look at how different these are. It's just going to be a completely different experience using these, but I can see where they're getting that from because a lot of these shades look similar. Like this dusty pink looks similar to that one. This matte gray looks really close to that one. This deep kind of reddish brown looks a lot like this one. This matte tan shade, again, looks just like that. So yeah, there's a lot of similarity, but I think definitely the finishes are going to be different. This palette's not going to be for somebody who likes more of a bold shimmer on their eyes, but I can definitely see where they were getting the comparison packing from. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and swatch this all out on my arm and I'll be right back. All right guys, this is the softest, prettiest color story ever. It's just like the perfect everyday palette. The gray shade and the brown have a bit more pigmentation than these three shimmers right here in the front. These are a lot more topper-like and really just meant to go on top of some of these other colors, but the mattes just swatched so beautifully, and mattes are normally a little bit more patchy in a swatch. You kind of have to go over it a little bit. These were just like one swipe and they're good. They have a really velvety feel to them. They're super soft, so I can't wait to play with this palette. I'll definitely let you guys know at the end of the video my thoughts once I get to try it out, but yeah, I'm really, really loving this. Next, let's try out the products from Simi Haze. So I got the Easy Lash Clean Lift Mascara. They said this is a tubing formula, and I've really been into tubing formulas lately. So obviously you can't really swatch a mascara, but I figured we could just take a quick look. So here's what the tube looks like. Let me just get everything out of the way so it'll focus on it. It's kind of like a matte black, and then it says Easy Lash right here. And the brush, ooh, it's like a nice skinny brush. I really like those. And these kind of spiky bristles usually help to grip your lashes really well. So I'm excited to try this too. I always love a good tubing mascara. The next one is called Sun Flush All Over Tint. And this basically says you can use it on lips, cheeks, and eyes. So this is what the packaging looks like. This is like really weird and funky. Look at this. It just looks like two marshmallows stacked on top of each other. It's a little bit soft. I was expecting it to be squishy, but it's not. It's like a hard plastic, but it feels soft at the same time. This is really super strange packaging. It's kind of chunky as well. So this is the color. What color did I get? Soft. So I think this was just kind of like a peachy nude. So there's the color, and I'll just kind of blend it out. It has sort of like a moussey feel. It's really, really lightweight, and it's drying right down kind of to like a powdery finish, so it's not something that's gonna stay sticky. It's almost kind of hard to see on my hand. Maybe I'll put it on my arm instead. Let's see if that helps a little. All right. Yeah, this is better because the underside of my arm is a little bit lighter, and this color isn't very deep, so on my hand it almost kind of blends in with my skin tone. So that's what that looks like. Kind of seemed like an interesting product, so we'll see. I feel like it might be too dry to use on my lips, but definitely on cheeks, and also this would be a good color for eyes too. And then the other thing I got is the Velvet Blur Matte Lip Balm. I normally don't like matte lip products at all, especially liquid lipsticks, but when it comes to a balm, like they were saying that this is still hydrating, and NARS actually makes a matte lip balm that I really enjoy a lot, so I was hoping I would like this one too. But again, with the funky packaging, I just can't unsee marshmallows now when I look at this, and you guys are probably going to be thinking the same thing after watching this video. But anyway, let me just pull this off. It's kind of like a magnetic closure, but it doesn't close super tightly. I'd worry about this coming off. And then here's the lip product itself. So the bullet is actually like a round shape, which is sort of interesting. And this is the shade Windburn. So I'll just put this right here. This is a pretty color. It's kind of like a pinky berry shade, and it feels like it's going to be kind of like the Colourpop Ultra Blotted Lips, where it kind of starts off a little bit balmy, but then it just dries right to that like soft, hazy kind of look. So I'll definitely have to give these a try and let you guys know at the end of the video what my thoughts are on those. And then the last thing I got is the bronzer balm from Merit. So this is a bronzer stick, and I got the shade Clay, which I think was the second to lightest shade. I think the lightest one looked a little bit more warm, and this one looked more cool. Oh, I actually like the shape of this. It's more oval than round, which is kind of interesting. And then here's the stick itself. It actually has a glossy appearance to the product, so I'm not sure if this is going to be a really emollient formula or not, so let's go ahead and see. I do like the shape of this though, especially for bronzing. An oval just kind of makes more sense. And I really like their cream blushes too, so this might be a similar formula. So this is the color Clay, and it definitely has a little bit of emollients to it, but it's absolutely not sticky like a lip balm or anything like that. It's very silky. It's just not dry or matte either. So when you blend it out, it definitely shears out quite a bit. But I love this color. This color seems perfect. So I'm also very excited to test this out. I'll have to compare it to the Rare Beauty Bronze Stick, which I just got really recently, and I love that one too. So I'll be curious to see if I like this one just as much. But again, I'll let you guys know towards the end of the video. Hey guys, it's Wednesday. I got a couple PR packages in the mail that I wanted to share. The first one is from Doll 10, and they have a new concealer called the Doll Skin Anti-Stress Skin Perfecting Concealer. I'm so excited about this because Doll 10 has amazing complexion products. Their skincare is so good as well. A lot of times I get questions about whether this brand is at Rite Aid. That's actually Doll Face. They're a totally different brand. They're a drugstore brand. This is a higher end boutique brand. They're not sold in stores, but you can get them on QVC. So they're two totally separate brands. And like I said, I really love Doll 10. So I just wanted to quickly see what this concealer is all about. So it says the No Makeup Concealer. I love that already. Here we have some before and afters. So we have the tan deep shade. Just based on these pictures, it looks like it has really good coverage. This is tan. And then we have fair light down here. And it says that it has vitamin C, aloe vera, magnesium, cucumber extract. It's supposed to fight the effects of stress on the skin. I have two shades, light and light medium. I'm guessing I'm probably gonna be the light shade. And this says it provides seamless coverage with a real skin finish while fighting skin stress and wrapping your skin in a cocoon of repairing and soothing ingredients. The special blend of smart pigments is weightless on the skin and will never crack, crease, or settle into texture. The result is flawless airbrush coverage that helps to calm and soothe as it conceals. So that all sounds fantastic. This is made in South Korea. So it has a small sponge tip applicator, kind of similar to the new Revlon one. I just want to see what the color is like. Okay, so I think this shade will definitely be light enough for under the eyes, but it seems to be blending right into my skin so nicely. And my skin is actually super dry on my hands right now, but I don't see any concealer. Like, it just blends right in and completely disappears. I don't see any like cakiness. It's not clinging to the dryness. It looks perfect, honestly. Let me just see what the light medium shade is like, because that's probably a shade I would use on the rest of my face. I usually like something a little lighter and brighter underneath my eyes, and this one I could probably use just around my nose and other areas. So okay, so yeah, here's light medium. It is just a little bit darker, but not by much. And both of these do have a little bit more of a yellow undertone. I have a pink undertone, but I mean, the light shade blended in so seamlessly, I can't even tell on my skin that it's there. So I think despite that, it'll probably still work out just fine. And honestly, even this one blended in perfectly. I just can't see it at all. So I'm really excited for these. I will definitely be testing them out this week. I'll let you guys know at the end what I think of them. And I have to say their brushes are fantastic as well. This one feels really soft and fluffy. So anyway, guys, that's what I got from Doll 10. I also got a big box from Sigma, and this is their Winter Romance collection, which is their holiday sets. So I'm really excited to check these out. I talked about their Black Friday sale in my Black Friday video that I did last week, and it's going to be really good. So if you see anything in today's video that you have your eye on, make sure to keep it in mind for Black Friday. All right, so let's go ahead and dive in and we'll take a look at what's here. So first up, we have the Holiday Glam brush set. This comes with a bag and 5 brushes. You get their airbrush kabuki, the powder sculpt, the eye shading brush, the small tapered blending, and then the angled brow. Then they also have the Slay All Day travel brush set. So you get a face brush and 2 eye brushes. This is the large angled contour, and then you get the exact blend brush and the small angled brush. And then this one is the Getaway Glam brush set. So this comes with 2 eye brushes and a little pouch. You get the E40 tapered blending, which is an amazing crease brush, and then you also get the E55 eye shader for applying color to your lid. So these are really 2 essential eye brushes, and you could definitely create a look just with 2 of them. So that's a super cute set as well. And then we have some color, so we're definitely going to open these and swatch them. We have the Warm Wishes eyeshadow palette. They usually come out with a little palette like this for the holidays, a cheek duo, and then some lip sets. So I'm just gonna move this box out of the way and we'll take a closer look. So the Warm Wishes eyeshadow palette says it's a toasty mix of matte, shimmer, and metallic shades, perfect for a cozy night in or a festive celebration. It invokes the cheer and love of the most wonderful time of the year. So this comes with a little brush. It's the E25 blending brush. It's another really good one. And then here's the packaging of the palette itself. And that is really pretty. I love that there's an even mix of mattes and shimmers in here. You have 3 of each. So let's go ahead and swatch this and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, wow. So I'm really loving this swatched out even more than what it looked like in the pan. It's just like the perfect neutral palette, and it's not overly warm either. I mean, this gold is definitely very warm, but the rest of the colors are just more neutral, I would say. They're not super cool or warm. They're kind of right in the middle, and I love that. This is really, really pretty. Next up, let's look at the cheek duo. This one also comes with a brush. It comes with the soft blend, which is another really nice brush. And I think this is the perfect brush for this set because it's a little more tapered, so you can easily use it as a highlighter brush if you just use it this way, but it's also fluffy enough that you can apply blush with it too. So I think this is an awesome pick. And then here's the packaging of this one too. It looks just like the eyeshadow palette, and I'm loving the white packaging, although I feel like it could potentially get very dirty. So here's the colors. I love this blush color. This looks beautiful. It's called Sweater Weather, and the highlighter is Frosty Glow. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch these and I'll be right back. Okay, so the highlight is very, very smooth. I love this terracotta color blush. I think that's perfect for the fall. So I'm really excited about this palette as well. And then we have the 2 lip duos. So this one is the Snow Kissed Hydrating Lip Duo. It comes with a lip balm and a lip oil. Their lip oils are some of my favorites. They're so thick and rich. I know a lot of times lip oils can be very thin and they kind of sink in and then they're gone. And some formulas even leave my lips drier than when I started, but these Sigma ones are just really good because they're very cushiony and thick, and I feel like they just hydrate all day. The lip oil is in the shade Tint, which looks like just a really pretty nude pink. And these are pretty sheer for the most part, so they're not going to add a ton of color, but I just want to show you what this looks like. The texture of these is really phenomenal, and I love the big chunky doe foot applicator. It's just very comfortable to apply, so I love this. These also have no scent to them, in case you were wondering. And then the Moisturizing Lip Balm I actually haven't tried, and this is in the shade Dewy. So here's the outer packaging. It just comes in a pretty silver tube, and actually this doesn't look like it's going to have any color to it at all. But wow, this actually feels very cushiony also. It feels like it's going to be super hydrating, and it does have a little hint of a tint. I wonder if this is one of those pH color changing things, because it looks like it went on even a little darker than it looked in the tube. Yes, tinted pH activated lip balm. So I'm not normally a fan of those because, like, you can see this getting darker. Usually on my lips, they turn it like this bright hot pink that I'm never a fan of. So I don't know if I'm going to love the color of this, but it feels like it's going to be super hydrating. And then this is the Lovable Little Lip Duo. It has a mini liquid lipstick and a mini lip gloss. Their lip glosses are also fantastic. I'm not the biggest fan of liquid lipsticks because I always feel like they're too drying on me, but this one's in the Corda Rosa shade, which is just absolutely beautiful. And then the gloss is in the shade Lilac Wine, which looks like a beautiful cool tone pink. So let me just see what these look like swatched out. So here's the liquid lip in Corda Rosa. And then here's the gloss, which starts out kind of like a bright pink, but actually it's pretty sheer. And this is a really nice non-sticky formula, and it also has no scent to it either. None of their lip products do. So anyway, guys, those are Sigma's holiday kits. Like I said, they're going to be having a huge sale for Black Friday. If you missed my Black Friday deals video, definitely check that out. They're going to be doing up to 50% off. Plus, you can use my coupon code Jen Phelps on top of that for another 10%. And the week of Black Friday, they're going to have free shipping and free international shipping as well. So definitely worth waiting if you have your eye on any of these. Hey guys, it's Friday afternoon. I just got the mail and I got this new lip treatment from Florin B. It's called the One Lip Wonder, and it's supposed to be like a peptide lip balm that smooths out your lips. So I'm really excited to check this one out a little closer. This box is just my son's toothpaste. It's a brand called Theodent. It's actually chocolate flavored toothpaste, which is why he loves it. He can't stand anything minty. And this is actually fluoride free, so it's safe for kids to swallow, but it has another ingredient in it called Renew that actually kind of does the same thing as fluoride, but it's made from chocolate. It's really interesting. The research looks amazing, and they do sell this in some dental offices, but I just get mine on Amazon or directly from their website. So anyway, let's go ahead and check out the One Lip Wonder upstairs. We'll see what the texture is like and all that, and we'll see what the texture's like, what the ingredients are, and all that good stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out the One Lip Wonder. So this is cruelty-free, vegan, sustainably made. I believe believe it's made in the United States. Yes, with globally sourced materials. Also, they donate 1% to provide menstrual care and education to girls in need. So here's a look at the ingredient list. It has castor seed oil, coconut, glycerin, it has peptides. The ingredient list definitely looks really good. I'll link to their website below, so if you want to check that out further, you definitely can. And then here's a look at the packaging. It's a really nice heavy glass jar. It's very high-end feeling. So let's just see what it feels like. Ooh, this actually is very soft, very melty. I don't know if it's supposed to be. It actually is a little bit warm out today, so maybe it melted in the mail, but it feels like it's going to be super hydrating. It has a nice cushiony feel to it. There's no discernible scent either. And I'll quickly show you guys their before and after pictures on the website, because this is supposed to help smooth your lip lines over time. And that's something that I really struggle with. I'm always looking for products that'll help to smooth things out, and these before and afters look really good. So I'll have to keep you guys updated. I know obviously I won't be able to tell you by the end of the video if this smooths my lip lines. I'm going to have to use it probably for at least a month. But if I end up seeing results from this and really loving it, then I will definitely make a video about it. So stay tuned for that. All right, guys, so that's all I have for this week. Like I said, some really exciting stuff. So I want to share my thoughts on some of these products. First up, let's talk about the Mario palette. It's the one that I'm wearing on my eyes today, and it is honestly a gorgeous palette. I mean, I think you'll have to decide for yourself whether you're willing to spend $68 on a 12-pan eyeshadow palette, but I will say these shimmer shades are quite unique. They really do have that beautiful wet look on your eyes. They almost have like a gel powder-like texture. They're very interesting. I haven't really tried anything like it. However, they do have some fallout, so I applied them over my NYX glitter glue just to really help them grip, and even with that, I did still have a couple of sparkles like down here underneath my eyes that I had to brush away, so I just want you to keep that in mind. Also, the matte shades are very, very powdery, and there's a lot of kick up. I did have to tap off my brush repeatedly when going into these shades, because you could even see just powder gathering in the pan after I tapped my brush into it, so I had to just really make sure to shake those off, otherwise you can pick up way too much product. But that being said, it blended really nicely. It's super pigmented, almost a little bit too much so. I did have to really work to blend out my crease colors. For the look today, I used this pale gray in my crease, and I also kind of warmed it up with this pink a little bit, and then I used this shade right here in between those two on my lid. And then for my outer corner, I just deepened it up a little bit with this deeper brown right here. And despite the little bit of trouble that I had blending and a little bit of fallout, I'm just really happy with this. I love these colors that are in this palette, and I think that's one of the reasons why the Tartelette in Bloom was my favorite for so many years, because of these really soft, beautiful neutrals. I think in particular, if you have a skin tone similar to mine, these colors are just so super flattering, and the thing that I guess sets this apart from something like the Tarte palette are those shimmer shades, because they just really pop and really give that wet look on your eyes, and the Tarte one does not do that. So some of you actually may prefer a formula like Tarte's, or some of you may like this better, but I would say there's not a whole lot of difference in the matte shades between the Tarte and this. I actually felt like they were pretty similar. So those are just some things to keep in mind if you have your eye on this palette. So I personally am glad that I bought it. As far as the Merit bronzer stick, I'm also wearing this today, and I love this bronzer. And I know I said the same thing about the Rare Beauty bronzer last week, but I think they're both beautiful for different reasons, and I do actually like the color of the Merit one a little bit better. I got the lightest shade of the Rare Beauty bronzer, which is Power Boost, and then the next shade up I felt like was a little bit too dark for me, and this one is just a little bit too warm leaning, although when I applied it and sheared it out, it looked fine on my skin. But this color is also very subtle on me because it's not that much darker than my skin tone, so it warmed up my skin a little bit, but I feel like this one gives you more of a bronzed up look, and this color in particular, Play, is really perfect. I'll just show you guys a quick comparison. Play is just a bit cooler toned, but it's still warm like a bronzer. So hopefully you guys can see this is the Rare Beauty bronzer right here, and then this one is the Merit. And like I said, it's just a little bit cooler. It's also a little bit deeper, so it's a little bit deeper on my skin. I'll blend these out really quick, but one thing that I love about the Merit one is that it's got an ever so slight bit of glow. So I don't know if you guys can even tell on camera, but the Rare Beauty one dries down completely matte and powdery, which is fine. I like that too. But the Merit one has just like this little hint of like maybe a satin finish. It's very skin-like, and it's not quite a flat matte. But both of these bronzers blend so effortlessly on your skin. They're very, very weightless, and I just take it and kind of put it where I want it, and then grab a dense brush and do circles, and it just kind of completely melts in and becomes one with your skin. And you really don't have to blend very much, and they become seamless right away. So I was very, very happy with this. When it comes to the Simi Haze, I tried the mascara and I was not as impressed with it as I could have been. It was okay. When I was applying it, it reminded me a little bit of the Maybelline Sky High mascara, and I actually do really like that, but it didn't give me as much length as the Maybelline one does, and it really didn't give much volume at all. It kind of gave me these short, spiky lashes. So as far as tubing mascaras go, I definitely still prefer the Thrive because that one just gives me tons of length, tons of volume. It's more of a false lash look. I'll show you guys quickly a picture comparison with the Thrive and the Simi Haze one. And as you can see, the Thrive just gives me way bigger lashes. And even trying to build up the Simi Haze one, it just didn't make my lashes any bigger. So this one was kind of a dud for me, sadly. Also, I didn't try the cheek product from them, but I did try the matte lipstick, and it's nice. I mean, it's actually not that drying. It's pretty hydrating, but I don't see a lot of difference between this and the Colourpop Blotted Lips, and I would definitely buy those over this just because they're a lot cheaper. I like the packaging better. These weird like marshmallows stacked on top of each other is kind of weird. It's very chunky, and I'd be afraid to put this in my purse because even though it's magnetic, it doesn't feel like a really strong magnet, and I feel like it could just pop off so easily. So just my initial impressions, I'm not overly enthused about this brand. I feel like these products can definitely be duped very easily. I don't know, I'm just not really getting the hype. When it comes to the Doll 10 concealer, I love this concealer too. I'm so excited about it because while this does remind me of the new Revlon one in the sense that it is so skin-like, the Revlon doesn't have a lot of coverage, and this one is so full coverage. I was shocked at how natural it looks on your skin. And I think that's one of the things I love about Doll 10's complexion products is that they do tend to look very natural while at the same time giving you amazing coverage. I really didn't sleep very well last night, and I did have a little bit of dark circles going on, and this canceled out everything while still managing to not look cakey, not settle into my wrinkles. It just made my skin look so good underneath my eyes. And also it looks very smooth. Sometimes concealer can make like a little more of a textured appearance, and it didn't do that. It looks great. So I'm also very happy with this as well. And if you do want to try it out, I have a 15% off code, which I will leave down in the description box. Then when it comes to the Colourpop products, I'm wearing two of those today. I'm wearing the Flexitarian highlighter, which is just so beautiful. I missed this so much. I haven't had it, like I said, in a while because mine dried out maybe like 6 months ago, and I'm so happy to have it back. I actually just apply it with my fingers. I just tap it here on my cheekbone. I put a little bit underneath my brow bone, a little bit on the Cupid's bow, just like a few places around my face, and it just gives you such a natural glow. I love it. And I'm wearing the Cheek Dew, the purple blush, and I feel like it doesn't look purple on my cheeks at all. It just gives a really pretty like light pink wash of color. I also used the Enchanted palette yesterday because I wanted to try out this color right here, and I used the Brute Flute blush, and I'm super happy with both the palette and the blush. I think they're gorgeous. Again, if you're interested in checking out anything from Colourpop, I also have a coupon code with them that'll save you $5 off a $25 purchase, so I will leave all that information in the description box as well. I didn't get to try any of the Sigma holiday products yet, but I definitely want to do that soon. If you'd like to see it in a video, get ready with me or something, definitely let me know. But otherwise, guys, I think that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, and if you did, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. And also, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What are you excited about trying? Have you tried any of these products yet, or are you planning to? I'd love to hear your thoughts. And also, if you're new here and you enjoyed this video, I hope you'll consider subscribing. I mainly talk about drugstore makeup, but I do talk about high-end once in a while. And also, all of my videos are unsponsored, so you won't see paid content on this channel. So thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you all in my next video. Take care, guys. Bye.